going to show you a clip from Peter's special. It's on tomorrow night, Peter?
Tomorrow night,
on
10
ABC.
o'clock, yeah.
You didn't talk to McVeigh himself, but you talked to...
I had a chance to talk to McVeigh because his lawyer was sort of auditioning people. He really wanted to play this in the media to a considerable extent, and I knew we could go and see McVeigh, but you couldn't talk to him about anything. So I said I wouldn't go.
So what's the point?
Precisely.
Yeah.
That's what I thought
But
at
if
the
you
time.
could talk to him, what would you ask him?
Oh, I'd ask him the obvious question to which he's not going to give you an answer,
Yeah.
right? So, but I did talk to his father, which is one of the most moving experiences I've ever had, because his father will remind people of their own fathers, I think, in many ways. The night the bombing occurred, his father was the bingo captain at the local Catholic church. And everybody in the country knew before he did. So he has been shattered, and he's very moving in the program. And his sister, who's been very politicized by Tim, is also a very interesting, quote-unquote, character.
Does he have a chance to get a fair trial at this point with so much publicity?
I think the judge in Colorado very much thinks he can get a fair trial, and they've been, I think, through about 40 prospective jurors so far, and only 2 have been dismissed. What we wanted to do here, because there's so much focus on the trial, was to look at their lives. Tim first, and Terry Nichols as well, which we'll put on later, I think. Basically to see, people will hate it when I say this, but to see that in some ways these 2 guys, Nichols and McVeigh, were sort of like so many other people in America.
Very scary, yeah.
And they are, and constantly going through life disappointed. Tim's mother walks out of him, he joins the army, he wants to be in special forces. He doesn't see life is one constant disappointment, and he's disappointed in the government. He reads this famous book, The Turner Diaries, which has been read by so many people who think the government is coming to take our guns away and everything else. And one day...
Well, here's a portion of that interview with Bill McVeigh, Tim's dad, on his son's situation.
In a small town just outside of Buffalo, New York, Tim McVeigh's father, Bill, has waited nearly 2 years for the trial to begin.
There are a great many people in the United States who think that your son is a monster. That must be enormously difficult for a father.
It is. It is. This thing, I don't show it, but it's killing me. You know, it just ain't... It hurts. You know, I try not to show it. You know, I still have to live a life of my own, and I try to. But an awful lot of nights I don't get to sleep.
Yes, you know, next to this enormous crime, which has so shocked, horrified the nation, which I think many of us in the nation still can't get over. I went out to Oklahoma City for the first anniversary, and we were all standing doing a ceremony. We all broke down. But next to it is this astonishing American story of a boy growing up, shot in high school, good student, and this father left behind to have to contend with all this. It's a very moving story.
And we'll
10
see
o'clock. If I said 9 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock on ABC tomorrow night. Who is Tim McVeigh? Peter Jennings reporting. All right, we'll be right back with our decorating story in a moment, folks. Thank you very much.
Random crime in suburbia.
That weapon down.
Lawbreakers meet law enforcers.
Police, stop!
Professional control.
I do what has to be done.
Personal involvement.
When I trust you, you're gonna bust me. Believe me, I'm on your side.
A new episode of High Incident. From the bizarre
I'm a nudist.
Nice mix.
to the commonplace.
You won't believe this, people. Another bomb threat.
Always High Incident. High Incident. Fridays at 10 on Sky 1.
Okay. Believe it or not, there are ways to decorate without spending a lot of money. And with us is Christy Ferrum, NBC TV's contributing style editor.
Everybody needs one.
And author of this book, Decorating on a Dime. Christy, what is the key to decorating inexpensively?
It's using materials you would never suspect it could, you know, decorate with.
Like some of the things we have
for
here.
For example, burlap. This is a lampshade,
Plain
right?
old
Plain old
lampshade.
lampshade. And with the little feathers, look what this becomes. Look at this. These are peacock feathers. They're about $13.
Just glue them on?
Just glue them on. Anyone can do it. If I could do it, anybody could do it.
It's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is a lot of work, and here's some of the others we've done. And so you can just glue on those
Just
little
dress them up?
feathers. Yep, just dress them
Christy,
up.
do you
Look
have
at
one of these in your house?
I
Tell
do.
me the truth.
I do, and
Okay.
I just use that as Sotheby's decorating a room. Snooty little Sotheby's. See how you paste these on?
Yeah.
Cool,
Okay.
huh? And you can pick your trims.
So you just start with the plain old lampshade and do it any way you want.
$6 from
Pretty
Kmart.
inexpensive, yeah. Okay.
And then this is the
Walmart.
problem.
Excuse me,
Walmart,
Walmart.
Kmart, whatever.
Yeah.
This is a solution. This is a problem
cute?
solver. Say you don't have enough room in your bathroom to hang towels, you paste suction cups on here, and this is how we got there. You take a suction
Looks like a
cup.
bra, doesn't it?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that because of the tassels. I knew you were going to say that. All right, what you do is you wrap this cording around
That's a
here.
cute idea.
And you put a brass thumbtack right in the center there. And you paste them on, and there you have it. So here's a little brass thumbtack.
All right.
And you lose a little cording, about $13. And this is fun. This is just a fun little trick we invented for you today. Say you have an old straight skirt.
Everybody's
and we've got
got
a lot
one.
we can't fit into anymore.
Tell me about
two
it.
straight lines, and it becomes a pillow. What I did, though, was I took... You know those cases that come with some of your better accessories? You can just use them. I love those felt cases,
Cute
but I'm not
idea.
neat enough to store things in. But in case you don't have one of these, take an old straight skirt, and you can use an old pillow. I mean, really, can I just show you? Old pillows, I mean, you don't want to sleep on. This pillow must be 20 years old, but you need to snip it. I mean, Barbara wants me to do this, so I'm going to do this for you. You just snip it, and
So
you
we're
take the
snipping it?
stuffing, and you throw it in here.
I got it.
And straight line sewing, and if you can read.
Great idea.
Great, Christy. Now, what do you do with earrings? How many lost earrings do you have?
Too many.
Too many. Okay, well, with those single earrings, you frame and back it with a velour contact paper. And you put all those single earrings
pretty.
that become
Very
a
cute.
work of art for your dressing room
Sure.
or
Very
your
cute.
closet. And how about bookcases that you don't know what to do with? Those composite bookcases you throw together
Right.
that are very inexpensive.
Just
you
dress
can
it up with something
dress
like
it
that.
up. You can make a frame. This is actually a frame I made for $13. They cut it at the lumber yard. And this was chicken wire that we spray painted and a little handle. And there you have it. You can also put ribbon in here. But it's using tradesmen in ways that you never thought. You can go to the lumber yard and say, make me a frame. And they can do that. You can use, for example, we didn't really talk a lot about the plumbing table, but you can go to the plumbing yard and ask them to put together a base for a table.
All right.
So it's only going to work those guys.
We
Lots
have
of
the
good
ultimate
ideas.
test for you. This is the room that she's going to redo.
Drab,
Wait till
dreary.
you see this. It's not much, folks, believe me.
And this is where we put our biggest stars.
You know, it looks like people have been bouncing off the walls.
This is
in here.
Well,
what
Howie
these
Mandel
places
was
look
in here
like.
last week.
We've been here now 13 years, and you can see it's the bare essentials. A chair, a
It
little
is
TV.
disgusting. It is disgusting. I
It's not
love
only
you a lot.
disgusting, it's a disgrace to
It's a
American
disgrace.
television.
And I
It really is.
particularly love this
Can I just
print.
tell you, by tomorrow, this will look like a boudoir. People will
kidding
not
me?
want to leave here. This
And
is
you're
going to
gonna
be
leave it?
romantic.
On a dime?
On a dime. We're going to festoon the light switch plates. We're going to paint this in a color. I
Can
mean,
you
it
see
will
all
make
this,
it
folks?
restful.
Look.
Look at the ceiling. Is there anything you can do with
Well, you
that?
know, the ceiling's a little difficult. That's all about fire.
Now, if
code.
you can
We're
get the
talking
walls
about
done.
And how about this? Does this look like an electrocutioner's
Yes,
chair
it
or something like
does.
that? We're going to try to soften things in this room.
All right.
Bette
People will
Midler's
never
buns were in that chair just last week.
We're counting on you to dress this place up, okay?
My pleasure.
Here's the
My
book
pleasure.
Decorating on a Dime.
Already
See
in
what
its
she
second
does
printing.
tomorrow. Joanna Kearns will be here and Claudia, and we'll have a new room for you, all right?
And a
Everybody. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.